So what if you don't have to look at your phone again? That's the promise of smart glasses. And no, we're not fully there yet, but these are the first ones I actually wanted to wear all day. And not because they do everything, but because they focus on being genuinely useful, even if that means leaving things out. That genuinely surprised me. This is the Even Realities G2, their second generation smart glasses. And what I immediately love is how normal these look. Inside the lenses, there's a small heads-up display that sits in your field of view. It's intentionally simple, not to impress you, but to give you information without pulling you out what you're doing. So you can see your notifications, your calendar, your reminders, use it to navigate, or even as a teleprompter. In fact, I'm using it as a teleprompter right now. And while that's already useful, it's still not the main reason these clicked for me. There's one feature that completely caught me off guard and changed how I think about smart glasses. I'll get into that in a bit. The display is monochrome. There's no positional tracking, no speakers, and they still rely on your phone, but it's a binocular micro LED display with solid brightness and clarity. No wow colors, but very readable, which is exactly what this kind of HUD needs. Now, on paper, that simplicity sounds pretty limiting, right? But those trade-offs are the point. Text is faster to read than fancy visuals, no audio means it never talks over people, and because it's minimal, the glasses stay light and last all day. So instead of trying to be AR, it becomes a discreet companion you can glance at and keep moving. That design choice shapes everything you're about to see. But first, quick shout out to today's sponsor. All on Board is a VR tabletop platform, and it's the closest thing to playing a real board game in VR. The base app already includes classics like chess and card decks, and licensed games are optional DLC, but only one person needs to buy them, everyone else joins free, which I love. And just like real life, you throw dice with real physics, slide cards across the table, and sometimes even drop them on the floor. You also still follow real board game rules, but it makes it much easier with built-in tools, video tutorials, and real rulebooks. It's very well done, and I go way deeper in my full video where I also share a 50% discount, links below. Now let's quickly look at what you actually get in the box. First, there are some nice words and a user guide, then there's the charging case. It has a slightly tactical look, which I like, but it is on the heavier side. That makes more sense once you realize it also acts as a power bank, charging the glasses multiple times. The glasses come in two frame styles. I'm wearing the more rectangular version, but there's also a round option, and you can choose between three colors. Overall, I think they did a good job at making these feel like normal glasses first, tech second. Build quality is solid, the temples are titanium, the frame is magnesium, and they feel sturdy in the hand, not fragile or toy-like, which matters if you're wearing these every day. In the box, you also get a cleaning cloth, charging cable, extra nose pads, and soft silicone sleeves for the temple tips, which help with comfort during longer sessions. There's also the Even R1 ring sold separately. I'll go deeper into how that works later, but physically it's made from ceramic and stainless steel, has a nice crown-like design, and comes with a small charging dock. Hardware aside, the real question is how these actually work. So how do you actually control these? Well, there are two ways. First, directly on the glasses, on the back of the temples, there's a touch-sensitive area where you can tap and swipe to move through menus. You can scroll or dismiss things. You can also use voice commands to launch features. It works well, but it does mean lifting your hand to your face a lot, which I found a bit tiring over time. The second option is with the Even R1 ring. It has a small touchpad, and you can use it the same way, swiping and tapping, but without touching your glasses. Once I got used to it, this became my preferred way of interacting with everything, because it just feels more discreet, more natural, and it keeps the experience calmer. I mean, not constantly reaching up to your face just makes a big difference. Once that interaction clicks, this is the part that surprised me most. So let's talk about the features. The first thing you'll see is a dashboard that acts like your home screen. There's refresh, time, date, weather, battery, and how many notifications you've missed. You can also scroll through widgets like news, stocks, calendar, to-do lists, and health stats if you're using the ring. On top of that sits the menu with a subtle layered 3D effect. It's beautifully clean and gives the interface a bit of a nice depth effect. You can also reposition the display in your view to view a little, so you can move it up a little and down a little and even bring it closer or push it further away. That ended up mattering a lot because you can keep it low during conversations so you can still see the person you're talking to, or pull it closer if you just want some quick info. Notifications work with almost every app, unlike some other glasses, and they're very non-intrusive, which I love. You can manage them per app or flip on silent mode when you don't want any distractions. I do miss the ability to reply though. Voice dictation feels like the obvious next step. But navigation is a big one as well. Directions, distances, and street names show up right in your view while walking or cycling. Now, I haven't used it a ton yet because it's cold here and I've been driving more, but not holding your phone while navigating just feels right, and this one works worldwide. Translation is also available with support for over 30 languages. I tried it with my parents and with Cherry, and the speed genuinely impressed me. Accuracy still needs work, but for travel, this already feels way better than awkwardly holding up your phone mid-conversation. The teleprompter is one of the features I'm most excited about because you can import text, adjust the width, and see a timer. It can auto-scroll based on how fast you speak, scroll at a fixed speed, or be controlled manually with the ring. Now, I haven't used it in a full presentation yet, but even testing it like this, it's obvious how useful this could be for talks. The width control is underrated. It's the reason you can keep eye contact while using it. I do wish there were more font size options though. There's also an AI assistant you can trigger, and it's useful though not always fast. The real missing piece for me is a camera though, because I've tested other glasses and visual AI is genuinely powerful. That's the upgrade I'm still waiting for. However, all of this is still not the reason these glasses clicks for me. That reason is Conversate. Conversate listens to conversations and talks in real time and adds context. I was honestly shocked by how fast and useful it is. When you activate it, the first thing you see is live captions, basically subtitles for real life. While that's happening, it also adds context. So if a speaker mentions a term, a concept, or even a person you don't know, the glasses explain it right there without you having to ask or look anything up. I use this a lot at events and keynotes. Normally, when I hear something I don't understand, I either zone out or reach for my phone and miss what comes next. With Conversate, the explanation just shows up smartly so I can stay focused on the talk, and it's actually accurate. At the same time, everything is being transcribed in the background, and once you're done, it doesn't leave you with a wall of text. It summarizes everything for you. So after a full day of talks or meetings, I had clean summaries of what I actually learned. So if you're a student, this alone is huge for lectures. You can also export everything easily and share it later. But it's not just useful for talks. There was a moment with Cherry that really sold me on this. She mentioned a colleague being sick and my fish brain somehow missed it. Later in the conversation, that person came up again and the glasses told me they'd been mentioned before and that they were sick. That's what makes Conversate feel special. It's not just captions, it's captions, context, memory, and summaries all working together. It helps you keep up, it helps you sound more attentive. And yes, apparently I'm this barbaric person who doesn't listen to her wife, so this helps. At first, I did have some trouble focusing on the conversation while using this, but over time I got used to it and it started to feel less like a feature, but more like a quiet companion. This is the first time I found something like this genuinely useful on a day-to-day basis. Taken as a whole, this is where the glasses finally make sense, not because they're flashy, but because every feature supports staying present, learning faster, while letting you stay engaged instead of distracted. And by the way, if this helped already, a like tells me this level of nerdiness is appreciated. One more thing worth calling out is the Even R1 ring, because it's not just a controller, yes, it doubles as a health tracker. It tracks heart rate variability, blood oxygen, temperature, activity, and sleep. During the day, you can quickly check stats, and at night, it tracks sleep stages and quality. There's even a productivity score meant to reflect how mentally ready you are. From my experience, the data feels accurate and useful. Now, I would not buy the ring purely as a health tracker, but as an extra layer on top of the glasses, it fits the same idea of staying informed without constantly having to check. The ring is also IP68 rated, so it's splash proof and can handle being submerged, which matters for something you wear all day. I've kept it on while washing my hands, for example. It's not perfect though, it's easy to accidentally tap or swipe, and the controls aren't always intuitive at first, but you do get used to it, and once you do, it's pretty sweet. Now, all of this only works if you can actually wear the glasses for long stretches of time, and for the most part, you can. I wore them for full days, around 6 hours, and the main pressure point for me was behind the ears where the temples rest. After a while, that area can get a bit sore. Even realities include soft silicone sleeves for the temple tips, and those help a lot. The nose pads were more hit or miss, they're fairly firm, and after long sessions, I felt a lot of pressure here. This is very subjective though. Cherry actually finds them more comfortable than I do, but it's something to be aware of. Battery life is where these really surprised me in a good way, and if you've seen my CES video, this tracks, so link is below. In day-to-day use, the glasses easily last a full day. Even Realities claims up to 2 days, which I think is realistic, but I've never needed to push it that far. I just recharge them daily. The charging case adds up to 7 full charges on top of that, so battery anxiety just isn't a thing. I put them on in the morning and don't think about charging until the end of the day. And for smart glasses right now, that's a big deal. Now, what are the cons? Well, I've already mentioned a few limitations along the way, so I won't repeat everything here, but Conversate. It's powerful, but it's very context dependent. So if you're talking to people in very noisy environments or your phone connection isn't great, speed and accuracy can drop. It's still impressive, but you do feel those limits. The same goes for translation and the AI assistant. They're genuinely useful, but because they rely on a good connection, which you don't always have at an event, they can feel slower than you want. And when something that is meant to work in real time, even small delays stand out. Dashboard customization also needs work. I would love to have more control over things like font size and layout. And the most annoying issue has been for me the software stability. I've had multiple moments where the connection to my phone drops and reconnecting can be slow or even require a restart. I know they're working on this and it's actually better than when I first got them, but I hope it's top priority. So yes, the core is solid, but it doesn't feel fully baked yet. Most of that is software, not hardware, which does make sense for a category this young. So I think these glasses make the most sense for people who spend a lot of time in conversations, talks, meetings, or lectures and want help keeping up as things happen. Students, professionals, travelers, and anyone who values context over spectacle will get the most out of them. If you're expecting AR visuals, entertainment, or something that replaces your phone, this isn't it yet. But if you want quiet assistance that helps you stay present while learning more and remembering better, this does something genuinely different. A big part of that comes down to hardware reality. By keeping the display simple and leaving things out like speakers and a camera, the glasses can stay light, comfortable, and last all day. Full color displays and cameras sound great, but right now they come with a 2 to 4 hour battery life. That trade-off isn't worth it yet. If glasses with richer displays and cameras can one day offer the same level of discretion, comfort, and battery life, I would absolutely choose those, but today, this balance is exactly why these work. What surprised me most is the direction. Conversate shows what the contextual AI can look like when it's designed to support real moments instead of interrupting them. That's where these glasses actually shine. Price does matter though. The Even Realities G2 costs $600 and the R1 ring is $250. So if you want the full experience, you're looking at $850. And honestly, for me, the ring isn't optional. It makes the interaction feel natural, and without it, a lot of the magic is lost. But at that price, I would not recommend this to everyone, not because it feels unfinished, but because the value only really makes sense if you're going to use these features a lot. This is a tool you have to live in for it to earn its place. And they're not perfect, the software still needs work and there's a learning curve, but the foundation is coherent, and for the first time, I wanted to keep wearing smart glasses, not because they are futuristic, but because they were genuinely useful. That feels like real progress. So, is this also changing your mind on smart glasses? Let me know